As someone who is sat in both the therapist's chair and also the client's chair, I've often and long pondered what is it that makes therapy work and what makes it not work. And I don't know that I've come up with an absolute answer, because therapy and reasons for therapy and the relationship and everything that goes into it is a fluid situation, is always changing. But I would like to share with you in this video my ideas on what is going on when therapy doesn't work, and one of the big problems we have in the mental health industry right now. When I was a therapist, I put on the therapist role. And in so doing, I created for myself certain expectations of what I was supposed to do in that role as part of the therapeutic relationship, one half of that therapeutic relationship. I had expectations of the client, I had expectations of myself. On the other hand, when I sat as the client across from the therapist and I was wearing the client role, I had expectations of the therapist. I also had expectations of how I should behave and what I should bring into that relationship. So in each case, the therapist has a role and responsibilities and beliefs and values and a structure and a framework that they bring into the relationship. The client likewise has beliefs and structures and ideas and roles and responsibilities brought into that relationship, and they each play a role. And I think it is this playing of the role that is the core of the problem that we see at the moment in the mental health industry. That we have psychologists, counselors, hypnotherapists, whatever, who are attached to a process and a role and how they can help people. And a client who goes into that relationship with an expectation that this person will have a process, a structure, a way forward. And they end up banging into each other. Because it's not about the roles, it is about the work. And if there is structure and rigidity around what each part of that relationship can and can't do because of their roles, then the freedom to explore possibilities and opportunities does not exist. Because therapy in its truest sense is not about process, it's about people. That relationship is so important. And what we can all do to improve that relationship is blow up those roles and connect in relationship with each other, to work together so that both the therapist and the client, without the roles, without the titles, can move towards a resolution. And not only will that person who is seeking assistance be able to further themselves on their own path, but the guide, the helper, the facilitator will be able to move along their own path further as well, because neither of them are locked in place by roles, responsibilities. And this is one of the reasons I've moved out of clinical practice, because even if I did my best to move out of the role of the therapist, anyone who came to see me still saw me in that role. So they brought that in with them. Now I am free of that. And when I offer being of service to people, it is without role. It is about relationship and journey.